What's up, everybody? Welcome to Power Play episode number 2 of the Own Her Power podcast. On today's episode, we're going to talk about owning her power and what are the 5 principles that you need to own your power. So you'll hear me continuously talk about this, so much so that I named my entire podcast after this thought of owning my power. So what does that actually mean? First, let me give you the definition of power. So power definition or defined is the ability to do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. I'm going to say it again. It's the ability to do whatever you want to do, however you want to do it. What that means in layman terms is that you can control any part of your life that you want, and you can move in any direction that you want. You can take any steps that you want. You're literally limitless when you own your power. So to me, that is why I strive every single day for you to be able to do that. So I'm going to give you 5 principles today that are going to help you begin to own your power. Now, how this is going to be remembered is simple. It's an acronym. It's a 5 principle acronym, and it spells the word power. All right. So let's get going because I want to make sure you get this word, but also that you can get to class or wherever else you need to get to today. So P, right? The P stands for purpose. Now, purpose can be a whole other podcast on its own. It's something that literally I believe in wholeheartedly. I believe that in order for us to reach success, we have to know what our purpose is in this life. And not necessarily to know what it is, but if we don't know what it is, to start defining what that looks like. So purpose to me is the root of anything else that we can do in this world. Once I learn who I am, and for those of you who are in church, whose I am, then I can progress to owning my power because I know what my purpose is. The second thing about purpose, though, is that sometimes we go through things in life that may be painful, that may be a struggle, that we might not want to have anything like that happen to anybody else. And how we help prevent that from that happening for somebody else is by understanding that sometimes our pain directs our purpose. What we've been through, we learn from so that we then can teach other people how to get through it as well. So purpose, number 1 principle. Know what your purpose is, or start to begin to grow your purpose on this earth. All right. The second thing that I want you to know, the second principle that's really important for you owning your power in this world, okay, is this idea of being outstanding. So there are a lot of times, especially us as women and girls in this world, where we tend to be in the background because we don't want to be the one that's seen. We don't want to be courageous enough to own whatever it is, our thoughts, right? Our skill sets, right? Our confidence in this world. So if you notice on every podcast that I've done so far, I will ask the first question of what are the accolades that you have accomplished in your career. And why am I asking that? Because I want to give those people the opportunity to tell you and to share with you and to be outstanding in what they are doing. So I encourage you today, you don't have to be like everybody else. You don't have to be the one that's super loud and out front, or you could be the person that's loud and out front. But no matter if you are behind the scenes or in front of the scenes, I want you to know that you are outstanding and that what you have and what you need to say is important and valuable. So make sure you speak that to people today. The next thing that I want you to do when it comes to you owning your power, the number 3 principle, is to recognize something internal in you. It's called a wow factor. So I've said this stat a couple of times, and I'm going to say it to you again. There are 8 billion people in this world, yet there is only one of you. Like, that's a powerful statement to say. You can have an identical twin, but their thumbprint is going to be different than your thumbprint. Okay, that means that you legitimately are unique, you are legitimately valuable, and you are legitimately enough. Okay, so let the world see that in you, but also you have to believe it first in yourself. And so usually when I'm at camps and things like that, I will spread some sort of word where I say, you don't have to be the home run hitter. You don't have to be the person that gets on base and steals bases. You don't have to be that player that strikes every batter out. In fact, I almost want you to be the person that strikes out. I actually want you to be the person that sits on the bench. And let me tell you why. Because when you fail at something or are not as successful as you want to be, you have to learn to grow in those environments. And when you learn to grow, that is a wow factor that a lot of people cannot do. A lot of our athletes will be stuck in the moment of frustration, okay, of pain, of just all the things that are not going to keep them progressing in life. So having that wow factor and knowing that I can grow in those moments is really important. And I also like the people who sit the bench because in my mind, they can see the whole picture. And if they were just bold enough to use what they see and speak it out loud, like how much better would our team be? And they did that by not even being recognized for that particular skill. But that is a strength. That is a wow factor. And that is your power. So I want you today and every day to recognize it and to own it. Okay. Now, the number 4 thing that I want you to do to own your power today, it's a number 4 principle. And it's the E. Okay. So E to me means excellence. And let me tell you what excellence means. Excellence doesn't mean perfection. Excellence means that I'm striving for something every single day. I am intentful with the things that I'm doing every single day. I have a purpose for why I move about the skills that I'm working on. So athletes don't necessarily fail because they don't have a plan. They fail because they don't know how to execute the plan. They don't know how to define the reasons why they have this plan to begin with. So as you work in your excellence today, I want you to start thinking about intentions, thinking about your will, right? And thinking about what it is that I need to do to get to the goal that I'm trying to get to and move in excellence. All right. And the final thing for today, step number 5 of how you own your power, the 5th principle is that you have to be resilient. So resiliency is really, really big to me because I can tell you, I've been in a lot of different places in this world. I've worked with a lot of different people in this world. And there's one thing for sure. You can't stop someone from getting to where they want to get to if they truly want to get there. Right? There's no roadblock. There's no person. There's nobody's opinion. There's no one that's going to stop you from reaching your goal if it's a goal that you really want to reach. Now, there may be roadblocks. There may be some barriers. There may be some situations you have to work through, but that's where the resiliency comes in. It's like a thing that comes to you and bounces off of you and allows you to move forward in a way that it doesn't stop you, but it just basically slows you down and it allows you to rethink that process and then speed you back up. So be resilient. All right. So let me just recap those 5 for you today. P, I want you to have purpose. Okay. O, I want you to be outstanding. Okay. W, I want you to recognize internally that I have a wow factor, that I am unique, valuable, and enough. E, let's move in excellence, not perfection, but excellence, right? And the R is we have to be resilient. There will be roadblocks. There is no doubt about that, but you can overcome those roadblocks to get to where you want to be and to own your power in the world. Remember that you are you, and that is enough. And because you are you, that is also very powerful. So today and every day, own your power in the world. All right. I will talk to y'all later. See you next week. Peace.